of what I need to do. Sorry, that was my mom.
Okay, no problem.
So I have some stuff. Yes, it's Garth. My mom wants to talk to you. Is that okay? She wants to say hi.
Yep, sure, sounds good.
Come on in. All right. Come sit over here.
No, I'm just gonna say hello.
Okay.
I'm just visiting.
Okay. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
This is my mother.
Yep. I think I've seen her a couple times before. Yeah, on the first call, I think we did.
Oh, okay.
With Karen. Yeah.
Just saying hi. So,
Sure.
have fun.
Okay, thank you. Do you mind shutting the door?
Love you, Nina.
Thank you. All right, bye. Love you like someone else.
It's like parent-teacher interviews.
Yeah, she's like, oh, how you doing? Let me see. I want to say hi to your teachers, just make sure I'm here.
Yeah. Good king parent.
Yeah. Very involved parent. Very hands-on.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. Sometimes.
Yeah, within a certain amount, I guess.
Yeah, she's like, I can hear you. I'm like, okay. Yeah, so let's get down to business.
Yeah, let's see what you've got. I'm gonna print screen them again. I'm guessing you didn't manage to take pictures or anything, or?
No, I didn't have time to scan it. So I have like one page of legit like homework. I haven't slept very much lately. So I have like 3 sketches.
Okay.
I have one character called Medusa. Obviously, she's a snake person.
All right.
Yeah, screen that.
Shoot. Oh wait, 1 second. Okay, I gotta stop talking because it'll go to my face. All right. Come on, switch. Can you say something?
Baloney.
Got it. Thanks to baloney. All right. Okay. Next one.
Oh, okay, I'm like, let me know when you're ready. So I just tried more of the exercise. Oh god, there's things flying over here. More of the exercise with faces.
Awesome. Oh, those are looking good. All right, just gonna grab that one too. All right.
And then have I showed you this page of all this junk yet?
Wow, that is a lot. That's fantastic.
I set my bar high, and then, I draw low.
Well, that'll be a temporary place to be, don't worry.
Yeah.
All right, so is that everything?
Let's just say yes for now.
Sure. Do you have any character profiles by any chance?
I don't.
Okay.
Well.
But you have the Medusa character in mind? Is that the one that you want me to go with?
I can show you some of the projects that I'm working on that have character.
Sure, let's see, yeah.
Do you want me to share screen shenanigans? Or here, I'm just gonna bring it up.
On your computer, sure. Yeah, you could do share screen.
It's and some of this isn't finished because I've been lazy. But yeah, so let's get these up. And they're still in progress because I don't like working on digital, but it's something that I'm kind of forcing myself to do. So let's see. Desktop. Nuts. So alright. I'm gonna share screen because I don't want you to see my face while I'm looking dumb.
Sure.
Alright, so I've got this one. Can you see this one? Let's see. Oh, it's gonna open up in Photoshop. Okay.
Scan 72.
Yes, I'm really good at naming things.
And it's recovered.
Yeah, I mean, I was sleepy. So this character is King Arthur, and I'm doing this project for my illustration too, where I have to illustrate 4 scenes from a book or a story. I've decided to go with King Arthur. This is my character. This is the king. He's supposed to be very young and childlike.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I went with to kind of show kids like, oh, you know, you can be a cowardly lion, but you can also be brave in the end, and all of that shenanigans. And then we're gonna be really classy and show you Scan 80. Can you see this?
Yeah, a little bit. It's just a thumbnail because do you need to open it in something or?
Okay, hold on. Let me open. It's open. Do you not?
Oh, you might have just screen shared that single window. Try to screen share like your whole screen basically.
Ah, okay. Hold up. Let's.
Yeah, so I didn't see the first one that well. I only saw the little thumbnail in this in your Finder.
Sorry about that. Entire screen. Let's go. Share.
There we go. Yeah.
Yes. Now you get to see everything.
Hmm.
Let me know if there's anything you want to see.
Oh, cool. Okay, that's King. I'm just gonna click on you so that it stays on your face. Okay.
All right, and then what do we have? What do we have? Do we have? Oh, there it is. Okay. Scan 80.
Okay, so you're starting to do a bit of a character rotation.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. Nice, simple shapes. I like it.
Thank you. Let's see, what else can I share with you? I don't think I have much on.
Actually, can you go back up to that character rotation?
Yes.
So that because I'm going to talk about character rotation a little bit in the second half of this. So, oh, I get it. You just drew half so that you could just sort of double it.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just going to steal that from your screen.
Totally.
Okay. Awesome.
All right. And do you want to snag this?
Yeah, that's a good idea. Character expressions. We're not even there yet, but we'll touch on them today too. Okay. Okay.
All right, and that's what I have for the most part right now. So.
Okay, awesome. No, this is a lot to work with.
Yes.
So let's see. I'm gonna share my screen now. Maybe I'll just share Photoshop.
Photoshop.
Actually, I'll just share this whole screen. Oh, there we go. Big spiral. Okay.
Yes.
Let's see. Where to begin? So this is the character that you wanna do, eh? This one?
Yeah. I mean, okay. I can get you a better photo or picture too of it if you want to, but
sure. Yeah, you just moved a little bit right in that second.
Yeah.
So let's,
all right.
Pull back a little bit. Great. Okay, there we go.
Yeah. Great.
Okay. Let's get rid of that one.
It's smarter, not harder.
Yeah, definitely. Awesome. Okay, so you can see my screen?
Yes.
I don't want to start drawing if I'm just drawing to nobody.
Nope, I see ya.
Right. Awesome. Actually. Okay. Let's see. So this is all the same character, yes?
Yeah, I'm just trying to develop her, like, you know, shapes and stuff.
Okay, cool. So you're sort of still just feeling it out because there's some little inconsistencies in terms of like the actual facial structure in some of these.
Oh yeah, no, they're not.
Yeah, I'm guessing you weren't super concerned with that. Even just let's try to line this up a little bit. When you do the rotation, yeah, you'll probably already know this, but when you do the rotation, you'll just do like these various lines to indicate various important points. Actually, that one's pretty good. So that one hits right at this little piece here. That's good. And then, but these eyes are obviously like there's a big difference. But yeah, you know that. So oh, I deleted everything. What did I do? There we go. Yeah, you could totally go with this. I like that you're showing lots of structure. That's obviously hugely important. You have a lot of overlapping lines. Like this whole area is very important, especially if it is someone who's fairly like fit, because you're going to see a lot of the actual underlying structure. So you might see the little this little thing, which all of us have, and then of course the trapezius muscle, which comes out on either side, like you've got. Just always make sure that, especially from the front angle, this line, these lines are overlapping that line behind. A lot of people screw that up. They'll do the opposite, where it'll be like down, and then it'll be like that, and that does not make any sense. In fact, that's what it looks like from the back view. So if you are doing the character facing away.
Yeah, because our body's technically curved down, and the muscle right there like curves over our shoulder.
Yeah, exactly. You got sort of an indication of collarbones. That's nice. I might push you to sort of push them out a bit further. So they might be like out here, and then just be conscious of like keeping the same width on either side, because this one looks a little smaller on this side. So maybe I'll just like make that a bit normalized. In fact, I did the same thing, still a bit smaller. Yeah. Looks good. The jawline, yes. So that, what you sort of indicate on this one is that she's going to have a fairly prominent cheekbone. That could definitely work to your favor. But what kind of character is this? Do you mind if I ask?
Villainous.
Sorry?
She's a villain.
Oh, okay.
The
Awesome.
antagonist.
Yeah, that's perfect. So they'll often have that big cheekbone sort of look, maybe even like sunken in, because some people have it ends up being something like that. But that's like that indicates that there's a bit of a space here in the cheek. But yeah, you could also, this is sort of some models even have that sort of cheekbone thing. It's like but you could always try that. There's a bunch of different little indications, but that ends up looking like from the side is definitely going to impact the front drawing. So, for example, if you did have something like that, then that might mean that the cheekbone is fairly prominent. So you might actually draw a little bump that breaks the silhouette a little bit, even just a little bit like that. So it's actually coming in. And then, let's see. Something like that. So if you wanted to draw that from the front view, obviously we're gonna have to make a new layer actually and just line this up so that this is much easier digitally, obviously, but you can do it with pencil too. Just have I always have the horizontal lines on a different sheet. I find it's much easier to just like make it a little bit less muddy so that there's more organization. You can see what's going on, but keep in mind what is going on with the mouth. If it's doing something like this where it's like frowning, make sure that's consistent. So from the front, that'll just be like something like this. You can exaggerate as much as you want, but just make sure that it does look like the same mouth. And then the lips. Maybe something like that. That's pretty consistent. And then one thing that you could consider is try angling the nose. I like this angle here, that nice little smooth, elegant flow there. But if you made it even sharper, she'd feel even more like villainous, like that or something. You could make it a slightly rounded, but just like sharp at the tip. That might work to your favor. And then of course you have this nice sort of clean line that goes almost straight down there, which is kind of nice. The simpler the geometry, the better the design generally. So what that might look like, it's interesting because from the side this looks fine, but from the front you'll notice that it's tricky to have only this much distance between these two pieces. So might actually make that a bit smaller.
I'm so sorry. I don't mean to interrupt, but can you repeat what you said about the simpler the geometry, the easier the what?
Yeah, just the better the design generally. If you can just make the geometry very simple and even like have shapes that are repeating. So see this nose shape? You can actually repeat that same shape in the chin, and that'll be a more appealing design. See, just that sort of look, where it's like you're having shapes that are very similar. Even the ear, for example, you made it really round, which sort of denotes more of a cute feeling, but like you could keep these same kind of curves if you wanted to. That's a bit put, like you don't need to do that much, but just like try and really keep the shapes consistent within the character. Yeah, I like this eye actually. I like this eye here from the profile. The profile is a great view. It's a great way to see how deep the eyes are and what's really going on with the eyes. I love doing the profile first actually. A lot of people will do that. It's also a little trick in life drawing. If you want to get a nice drawing, just do a profile because you always end up with better drawings, it seems, than things from the front. Try pushing this eyebrow down a little bit, giving her a little bit more of an arc it up. That'll denote more of a villainous sort of look.
A bitch brow.
Yeah. Could even do some eyelashes underneath. But yeah. This is also doing this kind of thing, but that might be a bit extreme. You don't need all of that. That might also age her quite a bit. Depends how old you want her to be. Always do that too. That'll age her a lot.
Ancient.
Yeah, so let's see. Do more lines here. Oh. Oh, the bottom of the nose. All right. So, yeah. This you don't need to have, like, you won't see it as emphasized as that side pose, but it'll be something like that. And if this line down is very straight, then you might even see like a bit of an indication of that from the front, like just like that even. That kind of makes it feel like very stark.
Yeah, her like bow nose is poking out.
Yeah.
Just, like, very
In
clean.
fact, you might even have that in it, like have the line go completely down just because it's like almost like a point. The closer those lines will be together, the more pointy it'll be. Like that. And then, so here you need to look at this distance, the distance from this eye to that edge of that nose, because that'll tell you how far you need to be here on either side. My guess is it's something like that. But these could actually be wider because sometimes you'll have a character that will have like a face like this. So this is the 3/4 view. Then they might look like that, but their eyes might still be like way out here. Like they're just, it's almost like this whole front part of their face is like flat. So like they might, from the profile view, where the nose is like right here, this might actually not be very much distance, but when you see it from the 3/4 view, then you're like, oh, actually, they just have hugely wide cheekbones. Like that, sort of. So you gotta, so because this angle doesn't show how wide the head is, but in this one, I mean, it's gonna be a villain character, so it's not gonna be super goofy, I would imagine. So we'll just, the front view is definitely difficult for getting the eyes looking the same. You really have to watch it. And notice that this point here is like higher than the little, I forget what that's called, like a cuticle or something on the other side.
Oh yeah, your little eye booger place.
Yeah, exactly. So make sure that this little point is arced up a little bit, and then it's going, oh, Photoshop does that sometimes. I don't know why. And then it's going down. And the nice thing about this is having that like you did here with the eye hat, this point being up here, is that it makes them feel evil already without even having to do very much. That's a really nice look. And then try to keep the pupil and iris pretty consistent. But one thing that you could do, there it goes again. Don't know why it's doing it. You could, also, since you've indicated the eyelash and brow and all that, you do need to add a little bit, even if it's just like that. And then this whole line just might be darker, or have a bit of the eyelash to the side there.
You got them thick lashes.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sorry for the sass.
Sorry?
Sorry if I'm too sassy.
No, it's great. You're working with the character. I can feel it. One thing that could be fun is, since the face is pretty uniform right now, you could change the eyebrows up a little bit. So like keep this one pretty much how this one is right here, but maybe this one will be like a little bit higher. Because often the different sides of their faces will say different things. One exercise that we did in acting, for example, was to look at magazine covers when it'd just be a portrait of someone like this, and you literally just cover up one side of their face and see what it seems like they're saying, and then you cover up the other side of the face and see what it seems like they're saying from that side, because often it's different. So maybe like this side is the evil side and this side is like the, actually I'm not so bad, like I could live a normal life maybe. So just consider that. It's always nice to have some variation anyways. It makes it feel more human. Let's see. This is nice. This is where you get into perspective type stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know, for example, if this is just like a flat graphic, or maybe it's like indented a little bit. If it is indented, you just indicate like how much that is indented. If it is, this looks like it's raised. So just like adding a little bit of perspective there. Something like that maybe. Doesn't complexify it too much. Which hair do you like better, by the way? Like you've done a bunch of different versions of hair here. Wow, this one is very different.
So I'm trying to think of like different ways I can draw Medusa, because you always see like, oh, she's got snake tendrils, but like, what if she
Yeah.
has like a hood, like for hair?
That's a good
just, like-
idea. Yeah. Yeah, because she wouldn't want to be revealed right away, especially. That's
Ooh.
actually a great idea.
Yeah, like a cobra hood. She's just
Yeah. Okay. So let's maybe. I also like asymmetry, so imagine this sort of like wrapping around. Actually. Let's see. I like that idea though of the hood.
And then when she gets mad, it just like flares up like a cobra.
Yeah.
Yeah. She doesn't need to have snakes all the time. She is a snake.
Yeah. You could even have some coming out a little bit. Like it'd be cool to see just up. Yeah, that's good enough. Yeah, this is nice too because you have some asymmetry. So you see a little bit of this ear. Maybe you only see like a little corner of that ear. That's always good. Asymmetry is good. It'll bring more life to your characters. They don't want to seem too robotic. But you could have like one snake actually sort of coming out.
Mm-hmm. Like a tendril.
Yeah. It's sort of revealing her, but not too much. So like, and just keep the rest fairly simple, like something like that.
Oh, I like that actually. She kind of reminds me of like a Hindu. Can't think which god it was, but it's like a god that has like a hood and then like several different snakes around it.
Yeah, yeah. I do like this front though, like this. That's nice. Like how you boxed it, like you did. That's great.
Thank you.
How that might work. Depends. You could have this go straight down. I don't know. It could flow down with this piece. Maybe something like that.
It's like a insane cat suit.
Yeah.
You know those like footy pajamas that like cover your feet? This is kind of like for her hair.
Yeah. Awesome. It'd be good to like know what she would look like without it though, and that's going to be a little bit tricky. I'll just do this piece first. So it's going to be, depends how much it's raised out, but something like that. Make sure you get this piece. That's important because it's going out to the side there. So you want to make sure that that's consistent. Maybe you'll see this. Maybe this piece will be lowered in, but then the raised piece will be pushed up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that works. And then this might go. See, this could go back far, but because this doesn't tell you how far back it goes in the z-axis. So the z-axis is like, so just for curiosity, because when you do 3D animation, this is actually pretty important. X with characters is always going to be side to side. Y is obviously up and down. And then whenever they talk about Z, that's like the depth. So like, if you know what I mean, like coming at you.
Yeah, it's receding back into space.
Yeah, exactly. So all this is the Z we're talking here. So yeah, how this might work from the side. Oh, it comes out here. Yeah, make sure this is coming out the same spot. So right here, and then covers up the ear. Oh, it's a shame. We spent so much time on that ear.
It's a beautiful ear.
It's always going to happen, though.
Yeah.
Okay, this face is being destroyed now.
My face.
Just out of curiosity, or for your information, I guess, the general proportion of the body from the side is sort of like rib cage, and the arm always sits like a little bit back.
Hmm.
You probably know this, but anyways,
It's cool.
remember, yeah. So yeah, some people, this is very large. That's kind of ridiculous. Yeah, so some people draw the arm too far up. Often people will draw it like up here, and that's like those teenage boys that are like hunched over. They almost have like a concave chest, and they're like walking like this, and they have their arms like up here, and sort of like from high school.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, yeah, that too. Also zombies. They're not far from each other, actually, those two things.
The relatives.
So yeah, that's kind of a cool shape, actually. It almost looks like a snake. Yeah. Let's see. I'm just trying to think of like what this piece is doing. You have to like investigate the fashion a little bit, but something like that. And then yeah, from the side view, just bring that snake out. Brings a nice little extra piece. Of course, there will be no drawing of a snake without its hissing tongue out. It just can't happen.
Yeah. Other than that, it's just a noodle.
Yeah. It's like, what is that thing? So that's cool. That's enough on that one. But yeah, I hope that gives you a bit of a start to consider for the front and side views.
Perfect.
This one is a little bit too complicated, by the way. Like you'd have to really simplify these, especially for doing a character. Otherwise, the animator that would eventually get that character would really hate you because it would take forever to do anything. So these are, that's awesome. Got some good expressions here. They're all symmetrical for the most part. So one, except for like the mouth, I like that how it's like. But I think you can definitely push these a little bit. For example, the noses are all sort of in the relatively the same spot, but the nose could definitely actually come up, especially as these brows might be. Like the thing about being angry is like it pushes all the features together, and not even in a uniform way. So like notice that I've changed the shape of both of these eyebrows, and one can even like fold into the other. You might get another line that's like emphasizing this muscle that's pushing them down.
Yeah.
So just like, I like how you brought up the lower brow. Sometimes that makes it look even more compressed. Maybe this one's not. Maybe it's just completely open.
And
this way. Sorry?
That's actually supposed to be discussed.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Yeah, I can see that. We could I am making it angry now, however. That seems to be the way that it's going. But I mean, the principles still apply.
Yeah.
In fact, this actually works for disgust, because if he's like got his nose all scrunched up, then it would be like, oh, like I smell something really bad.
Yeah.
Maybe this is so close actually. Yeah, so like this you could even have the tongue out or something.
Oh, even better.
Yeah. Yeah, that really helps actually. Actually, maybe these are a little bit extreme for disgust.
Like eating peanut butter for the first time.
So maybe just, yeah, see, that was definitely angry eyebrows. So we'll pull those back a little bit. Just like, yeah, just frustrated. Just like, ugh.
This is
In fact, the ears, I like that you've changed them a little bit, but you could definitely add even more. Like maybe the ears are like actually drooping as if like they're vomiting too or something. And also maybe a little bit different from each other. These are all from the front view. Was the assignment to do them all from the front, or did you want to do them all Like you
They're
could do
all from the
different
front
views.
view.
Oh wow, that's so static. But yeah, you can work with it. With the angry one, this one's for sure angry, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this nose I would pull up, and then probably make this shape of the mouth more like this, like emphasizing what you've already got here,
Okay.
and then just pushing it even more extreme, and have more overlap too. I'm gonna enhance this DPI a little bit. I'm getting some crazy pixels here. Okay, Photoshop. It's not that big of a deal.
Why are you making me do this?
Oh, apparently it is. See, 316 megabytes. That's crazy. Oh well.
Oh,
Holy wow. Okay. What did I just do? I thought I just enhanced. I'm just gonna change the image size a bit. 50% of this. There we go.
Quick question. What Cintiq do you use?
The big one, the 22 HD or whatever.
Okay.
It's really nice, but it's really expensive. So it depends on what you're looking for.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do this part again. Oh, so much better, I can tell. Oh shoot, it's still very pixely. All right.
It's good on my end though.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll just work with it. Yeah, it is better. So yeah, bring this up, and then, and the thing is, like, you could still have the chin the way that it is, but just have like these wrinkles. So that's sort of like that. So this mouth is really pushing them down.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, make it asymmetrical. Make one side clearly more. People will always generally favor one side. You could even, I don't know how this works with an animal actually, but actually I would flare the nostrils, definitely. See, humans have this cheek fold thing. I don't know if that works for animals though. I'd have to do some research on that.
With animals, it's kind of like a snout, and so
Yeah.
it pulls it back.
Yeah, so maybe this line's going back, but I don't know exactly how that would go. But yeah, and I like how you're simplifying the teeth. That's good.
Yeah.
I'd even make one like sharp one, like extra sharp, just because it's an angry pose.
Yeah.
Something like that. And you could even, if you really want to emphasize anger, by the way, pull this up a little bit more, and then even show a little bit of the gum.
Yep.
That really adds a bunch. And you could even be like frothing a little bit.
Yeah. Drooling.
Yeah. Or at the sides or something. Yeah, and again with the eyebrows, just like change them up, make them a little more dynamic. So this way. Yeah, now he's really mad. Have some more, again, some more muscles pushing those down a little bit.
This is like primal.
Yeah, he's ready to get you. Yeah, nice with the ears. You're like pushing them up a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, that's great. This one is surprised.
Mm-hmm.
That's nice that you have like the full pupil. The iris might even be smaller because often when they're surprised, they like dilate a little bit. Sorry?
This one's actually fear. Sorry to interrupt.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, that's a very similar emotion anyways.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe the nose is pushed on one side and the other side's still the same. Thing with surprised or fear or whatever is that you often don't see it coming. So could show a little bit of the tongue, maybe the tooth. Could even show this thing at the back. I don't know what that's called, but
you look like whatever it is. One of those words.
Yeah. Yeah, something like that. Fear might even be more exaggerated. Deer makes me think that they're actually yelling. Yeah, the tongue's out. Yeah, something like that. Happy. Oh shoot, there's this little separation here. I forgot about that. And you kind of lost that in some of them. Maybe, I don't know if you'd want to bring that back in, but yeah, that's a good point. Oh, just delete all of them. Yeah, a lot of animals have that, so that's actually a nice. You know, with the nose, I might even just straighten this and then make it almost as if like the nose is smiling too.
Mm.
Maybe it's slightly favoring one side. Yeah, that lower lid coming up is great.
Gotta push up them cheeks.
Could even do that very Disney-like thing. Yeah, yeah, it's good.
Oh, it's too adorable.
The fear one is hilarious. Is this one's surprised?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Surprised. Maybe have the eyebrows like almost confused. Surprise is sort of an interesting mix of fear and confusion. Maybe direct. I don't know if you're allowed to do this, but direct the eyes in a particular direction. That actually might help this one a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of working already. The mouth is pretty good. That's a trickier one with the mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Sad. Should even more. Have the nose droop. Every piece of them should feel very, very sad. I love the ears. Maybe even make them like just completely drop.
Oh, jeez. It's like you kicked the cat. Like, why'd you do
Yeah.
that?
Yeah. Maybe he's even got like some hairs at the top.
Oh, not the lip.
Yeah, obviously you want to have some tear. Another one forming. Yeah. Nice. Yeah, this is awesome. I'll send you all these files, by the way, so don't worry.
Okay, awesome.
Ah, great. This is actually a great opportunity to see if this actually works.
I hope.
That's where it is. All right. There it is.
Yay!
Yeah.
Oh god, those eyes.
Yeah, something more like. Oh, that's creepy. Yeah. Have it multiply.
Things I don't want to see. That.
Okay, there we go. So probably more like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks pretty good, except for that the mouth looks a little strange. Let's see. So this mouth here would just sort of be like that. Oh, and then there's this. Even indicate that a little bit at the side.
Mm-hmm.
And you could even have like a little bit of a lip, which would then just be like that. This is kind of straight, and the way that you have this bend like this makes me think it'd be more like that from the side. So it's
Okay.
sort of up to you. That's not too bad actually. If you did something like that, that's almost the same, and you could still pretty much keep this shape actually as it is.
Mm-hmm.
I like that you've simplified the mane a lot. How would this actually work? Because it's like it's almost like we're seeing a complete.
I kind of think of it as like an Elizabethan collar that you don't see the underside.
Okay.
Yeah. You never see that one folding part. You just refuse. No
Yeah.
mas.
Yeah. So kind of like wrap around or something like that.
Yeah.
This nose from this angle looks a little bigger. So let's just so maybe it's going to be like up here or something.
Mm-hmm.
And it could stick out. That could break the silhouette. You want to look for a bunch of different opportunities to sort of break the silhouette of that character. By that I mean just like have little details like this, like the lip coming out and this lip coming out. It'll give your character more structure. You could consider having this. You don't really need it. Just indicate like that little spot because it's almost like a bit of a crux there,
Mm-hmm.
but not super necessary. You could always, actually no, that doesn't really make them look very king-like. So you have like the eyebrows as a separate piece here, eh? So just yeah, have those there. So these eyes are a little bit different because there's no real piece that comes up here. So is this a boy or a girl lion?
It's a boy.
Okay. So he's just like a child, eh?
Yeah, it's supposed to be like super like cutesy and almost like a toy-like.
Yeah. Okay, so you could, it's sort of a stylistic thing. This isn't super necessary. I'm not sure what's like commonly liked as much down there, but to have like the upper lid and the under lid a little bit, just to like give the eye a little bit more structure. But that I always like putting that in. I don't know, it's just a thing. Yeah, I wouldn't emphasize the eyelashes too much actually being a boy character.
Mm-hmm.
It'll make them look feminine very fast. So yeah, let's see, is that right? Oh, great. Yeah, you measured this. So it's gonna be like that or something. And then this eye is actually, oh no, it's actually quite big here too. Okay, so.
It's a fish.
Oh yeah. There we go. Never do this at home. Never cheat like I just did. Always draw it again. Don't take my bad habits.
Don't cheat.
Gotta make sure this Google Hangout is still on my screen. Good, it is. Okay. Whoa, vortex. Okay.
Ah!
Never again. So in this case, this ear here is actually breaking the silhouette, which is great. I like that. But it's sort of just stuck on the side here. So just to sort of keep that consistent. Oh shoot, it's so far back on the head actually. That's tricky. because there's going to be a lot of space all the way to get back there. So there's sort of two options, I guess. You might have, it depends what line is overlapping the other. That's what I'm concerned with right now, because since it's so far back, I'm thinking that this headline will actually overlap the ear because it's so far back there.
Okay.
So it'll be like that. Whereas like, see if this ear was like right here. Not that that is where it should be. In fact, yours, well, maybe halfway in between, maybe like, I don't know, something like that. But anyways, if this is like close enough, what you would actually see is the ear overlapping the back. See how that brings it closer?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's over top of that back line. So it just depends on sort of where it is, but just be aware of that. That seems a little bit far back. Maybe like, for some reason that feels kind of right. So it's still going to be overlapped by the line behind it.
Mm-hmm.
Like something like that, maybe. I would not quite be right, but something along those lines. Yeah. I like the little adorable hat. I'd even maybe have it like sticking straight up. Maybe consider having it be a little bit more, less rigid. Just like sticking out a little bit more. Maybe it's even angled from the front view a little bit. Yeah, that's nice. For these hands.
Wait, Garth, I'll be right back. I'm so sorry. My cat's like trying to vomit.
Oh, no problem.
No. I'm sorry, cat. You gotta go outside. Ah, outside. Ah, let me go. Come on. No. Ah. Please don't throw. Not here. Come on, outside. No, leave it. Yeah, I know. You can't curl on Mommy's bed. All right, we're good. Save the day.
Cool. All right, just to like sort of finish up with this character, I don't know what the standard is down there, but for doing these kind of characters from these views here, you sort of have them on a zero perspective line. There's like no, like the vanishing point will be somewhere back here, I guess, that it's not really in that much perspective. But what we actually do is pretend that they're on a bit of a turntable. So that's something that's would be sort of like this. So then I actually have a sheet that I could send you that has all these turntables, but I'm just gonna make this bigger. So then this turntable would be like down here, and so your character will actually they'll be sort of, so this leg is going down like this. Their feet are actually going to be in perspective. So, but again, like I don't know if that's just something that we do. It keeps it looking a little bit more structural, because then you see the back of it a little bit too. I'm just going to move this a little bit. Yeah, so it like, and same with this leg. So this is what I'm going to have you do for this, the rotation that you do for this class. But again, like I don't know what's standard down there.
I think it's probably the same. In all honesty.
Okay. You could even have a little
universal.
Yeah, yeah, and even the arms, like this is it's very appropriate for a 3D character, especially. This is how you'd have them, but like what we would do is just have it in a natural pose, just like arms rested a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
and then from the front view, I always find the hands are doing something like this.
Sorry, I'll be right back.
Sure.
Oh, cat, you little baby. Don't worry, you're gonna be mad at me. There we go. I like to talk to my cat, so.
Yeah, no problem. It helps, I guess.
Yeah, it humanizes it.
Yeah. See, we can even get away with doing things like this, like even just, Yeah, like changing it a little bit. And so from the side view, you might have this arm going back like this. Something like that. Not, you don't have to do this, but it makes a nicer side view. And also that the way that this is just straight down, this line right here. Try to break that up a little bit. So maybe have it a bit more structure. So this might actually be like that. It's got a little bit of width. Something like that. And maybe this fluffs out a little bit like that. So it's less rigid just by having a bit more structure. This is nice. But again, so what we do from the side view is just yeah, have the one leg. And then since it's in perspective going back to like, you know, back there somewhere, we'd actually see that second leg a little bit. Depending on how far apart these legs are spread here, you'd actually see a little bit of that on the other side like that.
Ooh.
So that's a nice way of adding a little bit of depth. Also keep in mind that these knees are also going back in perspective, so you got to make sure that that's consistent. But yeah, so this is what I'll have you do this week. I just was starting with my character that I'm doing for my children's book. So this is the 3/4 view. And so there, notice how the feet in this one are actually like doing this kind of thing. They're not just completely both going that way. They're splayed out a little bit. That's really helpful. So from the front view, I'm gonna be doing something like that. So she has these big boots.
Das Boots.
Doing it really quick because we don't have much time left. But yeah, so it'll just be something like that. Both of them will sort of be coming at you a little bit.
Okay.
And so to do that, just remember that these lines will not be parallel. They'll be going back to like, you know, the point back here or whatever it is. And yeah, if you want to do some classes on perspective. Oh, I guess you're doing perspective with Karen actually. So yeah, something like that. Yeah, the 3/4 view we didn't really get into much, but let's see. Three-quarter is definitely the hardest view. The first thing that I usually do is just like a stick figure. It does help to have a bit of a base like I made here. So I'm just going to duplicate that. Nope. The base. And in this case, the base will be going off in this. Off in this kind of angle because it's a 3/4 view. So this will remain the same, but the character on top. So now it's easy to figure this out because you have the front view. So those feet, you know how they're that far apart. So one will be here, one will be sort of here, and the knees are bending that much, so it's not very much. So it's basically just standing straight like that. And as they're coming straight at you, you're going to get more of like the foreshortened thing going on. Just make sure that the perspective is correct. Something like this. I'm giving you a very quick version because we only have 7 minutes left.
You can do it.
See, this is where this is going to be tricky. Like, what does this look like from the side? I mean, from this angle. Probably something like this. but it's like almost like a slightly narrower version of this one.
It's an ellipse, yeah.
Yeah. So it'll be like that. More ellipses. Always ellipses. Always.
All the ellipses.
Yeah. Probably see more of this. Because it's so wide, like this distance here. That's so much. So this has to like account for all that. Anyways, this will give you a starting point. I'm just guessing at this. I don't know.
It's all good.
Yeah, see, this is too long. It's a little bit shorter there. Yeah, because see this, the way that it's going back like this almost says like this is going actually back in that direction, like in the, sorry, that's bad, like in the z-axis, like it's going back there, sort of. So, like, what's happening? I don't know. It's just like if you modeled it in 3D in a 3D program, it would give you some trouble, I think. But it would just take, you just have to switch it around a bit.
Yeah, just trying to find 3D and 2D perspective is like something I should work on. It's
Yeah, like you could maybe have it. This might actually help to communicate that, is if you arc these lines a little bit, because then it's like it's actually, yeah, it's flowing back. So it's basically doing like, yeah, so it's from the 3/4 view, it would be doing something like this. So you're not going to see that much of this side because it's all flowing back in that direction. So yeah, something like that. And so from the back view, back 3/4 view, it would actually be, I don't know what would be behind it. I guess the back of his head or something. So, but what would happen is you get something like this. Because see, this is like this, the front of this, and then there's the head, and then this is all sort of flowing around. So it's like it'd be so much easier to show in 3D. But and then
No,
like you might see
it's
the
like
bit of
the
that guy's
shading.
head. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, that makes more sense. And maybe this part would even just go back even more, just to really emphasize that it's moving in that direction, sort of. Or you could even break them apart. Nah, actually, that's fine. But yeah, that's how I would start that. This 3/4 view I gave you isn't very great, but it's a decent enough starting point for you. And so that's what we're going to do this week. So if you want to like use this character or the line character again, whichever one you want for next week, you can have the, ideally if you have the character rotation done, then we'll be at a good place. But if you want to keep designing more characters, I'll give you more feedback on their designs as well. So it's up to you. You can do some of both if you want.
Okay.
You write that down. So, so character, rotation, and then just more character designs. Yeah, maybe like, I'll see if you can do like 3 to 5, and maybe just one character rotation. If you want to do those character profiles, it'll help your characters, I think, but it's not super necessary at this point because we're just in design now. So yeah, this is good stuff. I'll send you all these files, and sorry we didn't get to look at these. We don't have enough time.
You're cool.
Maybe next week. But I love that you're doing them. This one, awesome use of that thing. That's so hilarious. I would not have thought to do it that way. Also, this guy, amazing. This guy's pretty great too. Wow, there's so many that are fantastic. I love this.
Thank you.
This guy feels very Egyptian, like an Egyptian chef or something.
Yeah.
I love this. That's great. And the nose, like, because this whole line right here is fantastic. You could easily make that into a character. That'd be great. This guy I would push a little bit more. but yeah, he's great. Maybe something like this. Just very upright sort of character. Yeah. This is a nice, a bold attempt, that's for sure. Yeah.
Hummingbird.
Well,
All right.
I'll send you these files, and then I'll see you next week. How's your workload this week? Is this going to be possible?
I'm going to say no because I have.
Oh yeah, it's your midterms, you said, or something, right?
It's my finals actually, so I have to make like a 30 by 40 perspective drawing. I have to do an oil painting, a life oil painting. Have my portfolio for story illustration 2 done by Tuesday.
Wow.
Animation due by Thursday.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Enjoy it. And just learn, soak up all the learning. Learn as much as you can.
All the learning. Yeah. So hopefully I'll have some stuff done. I'm going to try and get it done, but this
If
week
not,
there's going to be no
just
sleep.
get me whatever work that you do for your classes, and I can always just give you feedback on those as well. And it'll
Sweet.
probably be different from the teachers, from whatever the teachers will give you. So yeah,
Awesome.
I mean, whatever you want to do, I'm up for. So
Okay, yeah, I'll send you some stuff if you want, and you can be like, yo girl, this is what's going on. So
awesome.
all right.
Sounds good.
Thank you, Gareth.
All right, no problem. Take care, Mary.
All right, you too. Bye bye.
See ya.